Hi all. In this presentation, we will discuss about the basic things of control systems. And the expected outcome of this presentation is the listener can able to explain about the basic components of the control system. In general, the control systems are categorized as open loop control system and closed loop control system. So we will discuss about those things in this presentation. Why the control is important? We will discuss this concept by present situation. So why this lockdown since March 2020 in India? You all are familiar to know that. Reason is COVID-19 virus. So to control the spread of COVID-19 virus among the human being, the government has implemented the lockdown, isn't it? So the government has given some guidelines with the support of the experts in this domain to control the spread of virus in society. As a public, we have to follow for our life, isn't it? So even in the virus, the spreading of virus must to control, isn't it? So this is the present scenario. That's why I'm including this slide. We will start. That is, what is system? So the collection of components involved to produce a particular output with the support of some kind of energy and raw material, that is input. So that is named as the system. In here, in general, our people, that is engineering, technical peoples, called computer as a system. Okay, it is also a system. The collection of components are involved to produce a particular output, isn't it? The collection of components means processor, hard disk, input devices, output devices. So these are all the components involved in a computer. As well as we are using operating system, as well as some languages, programming languages, some softwares. So to produce with the support of programming concept, we will produce some output, isn't it? So that is that is also a system. So in general, the systems are categorized as natural systems and design systems. Okay. So in the earlier slide, we discussed about the COVID-19 virus. That is one kind of system. It is under the category of natural system. Later on, we will discuss about the computer. So it is the design system. Okay. I think that you may get that point, discrimination about that natural and designed systems. Okay. So there are several types of systems are available in global, but in here I have mentioned some type of system for our reference. Mechanical systems means it is a combination of simple mechanisms that working together to produce some or to accompany a particular task. We will consider that bicycle. Bicycle itself has several systems. I have pointed out some systems like as wheel system and brake system, and another one is gear system. If you have considered the wheel system itself has components, spokes, wheel, tire, and tubes, bolt and nuts. So these are all the components. These are all that components are collected together and form in a systematic manner. That is one system, that is wheel system. So like that manner, several systems. These all are the simple machines-based, mechanical-based systems. So put together, we will get one mechanical system. Okay. And another type of system may be categorized as pneumatic system. So the pneumatic things are involved. And based on that components, the required components, the collection of components related to pneumatics signal, we will get some output. So that type of system is named as pneumatic system. And another thing that is electrical system. So in here, let you will consider that motor. The motor itself has several components like as rotors and electrical energies. All these components are involved to produce a particular task. Motor is the rotation of the based on that behavior of the system, it may be classified as follow. One is linear system, and another one is the non-linear system. If a system is obeying the superposition principle, then the system is called as linear system. Superposition theorem means itself has two properties. One is the homogeneity and another one is the additivity. Okay. So it means the principle of superposition states that the response produced by the simultaneous application of two different forcing function. Two different forcing function means in here x of x1 and x2. Two different forcing function is the sum of the two individual responses. So based on this forcing function, we will get one response. Based on this forcing function, we will get another response. So it is a sum of the two individual responses. And further, the linear system are classified as linear time invariant systems and linear time varying system. With respect to the time, how the system will behave, that is another one category. And in non-linear system, the system is not obeying the superposition theorem, then it's called as a non-linear system. So in general, the control systems are classified as two methods. One is the open loop control system and another one is the closed loop control system. It is the block diagram for open loop control system. So system, it's may called as a process. So that is the mentioned in here. So let you will assume the example for the open loop control system is traffic light. It is well familiar to you. In here, the system or process is to switch on the lights. So in traffic light control system, three lights are there for a single way. One is red light, another one is amber, and another one is green light. Okay. So this process means to switch on as well as off these three lights. There is a systematic procedure. First, if the red light is glow, then the green light will glow. So after that, the yellow light will glow. So based upon that time interval, the lights may on as well as off. It is an example for the open loop control system. And then controller, in here the controller is the on off controller. So for real-time implementation, that on off performance may achieve through the relay concept. I think all of you are familiar with the relay. So that relay is fixed in the electrical line of this light. So if relay is on, the circuit will close and the light will energized. So the relay is operating based upon that controller action. The controller will produce the on signal means the relay is closed. The controller will produce the off signal means the relay is open. So the circuit is not closed. So the electrical energy will not pass to the particular lights. So for that purpose, the controller is required the input when it will switch on, when it will switch off. So that is programmed. That is means that time is programmed. Based on that programmed time, the controller will take the action either on or off. Okay. And another one system, that is closed loop system. The difference between the open loop and closed loop system is the feedback element. So in feedback element, we are referring measuring instruments, or otherwise some sensor or transmitters. Okay. So the process output is called as process variable, that is measured by the sensor. That feedback is given to the error detector to find out the error. This one is set point, our required value or input, that is given to the error detector. So the error signal is represented as set point minus process variable or measurement output variable. So that error value is given to the controller, and based upon that error, the controller will produce the output. That output is given to the final control element, and the final control element will make the manipulated variable. That manipulated variable affect the process, and we will get our requirement in the particular process. Let you will assume that, or otherwise, we will consider this example. Riding the car is the process. So a human being will ride the car. So in that case, the set point is, our objective is to reach some location. So the human is acting as the controller as well as the measurement part, that is sensor. What are the sensor required to ride the car? It should require the eye as well as to change over ear to hearing the information. Okay, these parts are acting as the sensor in this process, and the controller, human brain is acting as the controller. So he made the decision based upon that eye vision as well as hearing sound, and based on that decision, based on his brain commands, he operate the car. So for operation of this car, it should require the steering control as well as the clutch control and gear control and brake control. So these things are implemented via some elements, some components: steering, clutch, brake, and gear changing system. So these are all called as the final control element. So based on his brain commands, by using all these things, the process is completed. So it is the closed loop system. Okay. The comparison between the open loop and a closed loop system is like this. Open loop control system is a very simple and economic one. There is no stability problem. But in the case of closed loop system, it is a more accurate one and reliable one, and reduce the effect of parameter variation and a non-linearity. But these things are not possible in open loop control. It is open loop controller is inaccurate because and unrealizable because there is no measurement data. So it is inaccurate one. Let me will consider the previous example, that is a traffic light control example. In one way, there are more vehicle means. It is not a intelligent. There is no measurement. So based upon our control algorithm concept or programming based, the red light may glow on that situation. The red light is glowing. So if is there any feedback in developed countries, they are using feedback based traffic light control. So which one may be act as a measurement for that one? Any guess? Yes. If you use the camera as a sensor for that purpose, we can know about the traffic density. So if there is heavy traffic and other path has no traffic, means the light may glow long, green light may glow long period for dense traffic location. So control algorithm, again, we are in need of some kind of the processing. For that purpose, they have referred the image processing. Based on that image processing concept, they will that controller is acting as the intelligent controller. So it is the closed loop system for that traffic light controls. So in case of the open loop, it is inaccurate and unrealizable due to the not availability of the measurement data, as well as it may be affected by the external noise and less accuracy one. Which one? The open loop controllers. Thus, in the case of closed loop controller, complexity is high and a costly one. So earlier example, what we have pointed out, we are in need of camera as well as image processing algorithms. So these are all things are required to implement the closed loop traffic light control system. Obviously, we are using the negative feedback. So it reduces the gain. Okay, this is the drawback of the closed loop system. Some example for the open loop system is bread toaster, washing machines. So these all are things based upon the time the control actions are carried out. So it is there is no feedback on these examples, bread toasters and washing machines. The some example for the closed loop control is autopilot systems and autopilot means unmanned vehicles, as well as the motor speed control, automatic speed controls. So these are all the example for the closed loop system, closed loop control system. Okay, okay, thank you for listening, and thank you for watching this video.